Am I casting RLCS this weekend? Yeah, I am. I'm casting RLCS this weekend. In fact, I'll be casting day 1. Yeah, so I'm casting the start of day 1, the first half. After that, maybe I can go live. What do you guys think? If I cast the day 1 stream on the Rocket League channel, should I go live for the second half of it on my own channel? So I'll be finished. I'm not sure if I can do that. I'll ask. Would you guys want that half of a viewing party? Because I can't do a full viewing party this weekend. I can only do a second half of the matches viewing party. But that for me is going to be the more interesting half because we're going to see some eliminations. But anyway, enough talk about that. We'll get to that this weekend. For now, we have got the pleasure of watching Ashllxyy versus Rezears. The last time I watched these two guys play, or the biggest match that I watched these two guys play, Rezears took it down. He was able to beat Ashllxyy in the grand final of the DreamHack 1v1 Boost Cup that happened last summer. But a long time has passed since then. Both players have improved. And who knows who's going to come out victorious. And now that we're at 1-1, I feel like this is a good time to make a prediction because it's completely tied. I am going to back Rezears. And the reason is I think he has just got the ability to create more chances. And both these players are incredibly good at putting unsavable shots on the net. But Rezears, I think the edge that he has over Ashllxyy is that he's better at creating more of those chances in a game. He really does have a very volume-heavy playstyle where he just puts a lot of shots on net, but a lot of them are very difficult to save shots. And some of them are just shots that he doesn't expect to score, but force his opponent into a bad position anyway. This is excellent work from Rezears. Spotted the space on the left-hand side of the field, runs into it, and now, like I said before, he's not expecting to score that. That's not even on target. But he is expecting Ashllxyy to be in increasingly more difficult positions. And he does eventually get the goal. I'm actually not sure if this was... yeah, Rezears no doubt didn't expect Ashllxyy to bean that one. Ashllxyy should definitely be able to save that. But that's the Rezears playstyle in a nutshell. He'll mix in a whole bunch of shots, variety of shots that just gradually wear down his opponent, and then occasionally he'll hit them with a worldie, whereas Ashllxyy is a lot more worldie focused. He'll try and just get as many big plays as possible. So expect more clips from Ashllxyy, but I think more goals from Rezears in the matchup. Here comes an attempt from Ashllxyy, flip reset, fake, Rezears not having it, goes right through the ball. Just ignoring Ashllxyy on that play. Thank you, by the way, to Traff Money for the brand new Tier 1, and Super Gooser for the 5-month Tier 1, and Miggy RL for the 6-month Prime. Welcome back to all 3 of you. Actually, welcome to the channel, Traff Money. Appreciate the subs. Rezears, 3 goals in a row now, as he starts to take control of the matchup. Nice little look to the left to see how much momentum Ashllxyy was going to have as he chased the play there. Rezears is quite happy to deflect the ball into the corner, take the boost away, knowing that with that first touch, didn't really have a good scoring position. Ashllxyy, not the first time this game, pinching the ball into the back corner. That's not really a shot that you see going on target very often, even if it is going to bounce in off the ceiling. Some good defense from Ashllxyy this time, landing in the back corner. That'll force Rezears to back away here, but he's quite comfortable doing so. Shrugs off the bump. Actually, Ashllxyy might have had an opening to steal that boost, but he thought Rezears was going to land more cleanly on it, so he didn't even go for it. Rezears, with that boost, just accelerates the ball straight down the center of the field and into the open net. That's a really good recovery actually by Rezears. Ashllxyy didn't expect him to get back to the ball that quickly. I will be casting Gamers Without Borders later. I've just briefly mentioned that at the start of the stream, but now that more people are tuning in, I'll say again. Gamers Without Borders, I think starting in 3 hours from now, well, just under 3 hours, 2 hours 52 minutes to be exact. It's going to be the top 4 from North America, playing out the remainder of the bracket that we started yesterday. I'm going to be casting the first half of that, so looking forward to it. Had a ton of fun yesterday casting the Gamers Without Borders tournament. Crew battles are always a blast. Competitive ones with so much in the line, always a blast. But also just really cool to see the reactions of all the players who have already qualified for the LAN that's going to be happening in Saudi Arabia. One of the biggest communities for Rocket League, getting to host their own Rocket League LAN for the first time. It's, well, in first international Rocket League LAN. It's going to be incredible to watch. 5 goals now for Rezears. It's like I mentioned, he's so good at deciding when to make that big play. This time he knew that the first touch was sufficient. Saw Ashllxyy advancing off the goal line. Easily flicks it over his head. Why was there so little marketing for Gamers Without Borders? I'm not sure actually. No, hold on a second. Rezears thought that was in, so he just left it, but it's hit the post. And now Ashllxyy has a chance to make this a 3-goal game instead of what should be a 5-goal game. It is going to be 5 though. Rezears absolutely dominating the midfield at the moment. He's got such a great read on Ashllxyy. Look at that. He just wave dashed in reverse to then challenge in reverse. Can't say I've seen that very often, but I love that play. Rezears fakes a jump and then wave dashes to challenge in reverse. That's genius. I can't wait to see more of that, hopefully. Oh my goodness, he's just completely dissecting Ashllxyy's defense at the moment. Ashllxyy just can't get the ball past Rezears. He can't get the ball off Rezears. And when Rezears is in this zone, he is so good at just creating chance after chance after chance. And this is, I'm sorry to say for Ashllxyy, but how the matchup went the last time that I saw these guys play in a tournament. 8-1. Is this going to be a 10-goal difference? It might be. Ashllxyy is getting completely blown away in the first game here. Playing on the Gamers Without Borders stream tonight will be, let me just check, Space Station Gaming. So Space Station yesterday, they were running their standard 3v3 team, of course. And then for 2v2, they had Arsenal and Rettles playing. Or no, sorry, they had Daniel and Rettles playing. And for 1v1, of course, they were running with Daniel. Complexity had Shad and AJG doing the 2v2 and Razebull doing the 1v1. So they split their roster a lot more evenly between the game modes. And then you've also got All Mid and Rogue. Rezears just mind games Ashllxyy again in the near post. Absolute savage Rezears. Savage performance from Rezears, I should say. He is going for that 10-goal difference. Trying to get as much of a mental victory as he can in this first game. Ashllxyy just can't get his hands on the ball. Finally does have a look at the possession. He's trying to get a big goal out of this. He doesn't want to just play for a flick. He wants a big mechanical play, and he might get one as Ashllxyy slots in a back post shot after aerialing all the way up to the ceiling. Rezears went for the ceiling reset and then the challenge, but couldn't stick it on this occasion. Yeah, look out for All Mid in this qualifier for Gamers Without Borders. That's the team who have Chronic, the 1v1 specialist for this event, and he really did help them. They would not have made it in without him playing the 1v1s for them, so massive props to him. Rezears showing that Ashllxyy's not the only one who's going to score some aerial goals today. You think Joreuz and Naipo have the most freestyle playstyle in 1v1? Yeah, I think Joreuz definitely historically has had the most freestyle playstyle in 1. So they're definitely the most success with the freestyle playstyle. You need to have a solid playstyle, solid foundation to fall back on, which is something Joreuz does have. Ashllxyy not going to let Rezears win by a 10-goal difference, but he did have to watch 10 goals go into his net in the first game. Rezears just slaughtered him. I wonder if Ashllxyy's going to be making a car change here. We've seen him play ones in the Dominus before with success, and I wouldn't be surprised as well to see a Fennec to try and even out the kickoff and possession disparity, the 50-50 game. Really not working out for him in this matchup at the moment. And that's what we're going to see. So straight away, Fennec for Ashllxyy. You know, it's something that I've seen a lot of players start to do recently. When they're losing a ton of kickoffs, they switch to the Fennec. It's got the exact same hitbox as the Octane, but it seems to allow players to have more of an idea. Oh my goodness, what a read by Ashllxyy, knowing exactly where that ball was, and now avoids the demo on the back wall. He's still in a really awkward position here. That was unreal to know where that ball was going to be landing. Like I was saying, have to keep an eye on the kickoffs in the 50s. Now that Ashllxyy's in the Fennec, will he, like many others, have a higher level in those aspects of the game in the car that just seems to be easier to read those two things in. Great bump. Ashllxyy opening the scoring just like he did in the first game. Now step 2 will be to avoid conceding numerous goals like he did in the first game. Neri G, thanks for the brand new Prime. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good day today. Endpoint versus endpoint. Wait, what's endpoint versus endpoint? Oh wait, it's the decal, of course. Oh, they're both going with the endpoint decals today. That's pretty cool to see. Rezears usually, or very often, just goes with a Stocktain or a very standard decal. I'm curious to see him. Oh my goodness, a double reset grind shot from Rezears. He is really feeling it today. I've got to say, I'm happy with my prediction at the moment, because Ashllxyy, of course, a player who can pop off to ridiculous levels, but this stuff that we're seeing at Rezears right now is just next level. Rezears plays for BS Plus competition at the moment. Ashllxyy going to go up by 2, and it was off a very nice challenge, very well executed challenge in the back corner. Snuck in, takes the boost away, clean out play, and too fast for Rezears to recover from. Rangers watch along. Wait, who are Rangers playing tonight? It's not the final, is it? I've not been following their run too closely at all, but somehow Rangers have snuck into the... Oh, they're playing Frankfurt today. They've snuck into the Europa League final, haven't they? Is that what it's called? Keep changing the names. How many leagues are there right now? Champions League obviously #1, but is there just one other league in Europe at the moment, or is it 2? Are there 2 different leagues below the Champions League? 2 more? I thought it was it says the Conference League as well. So Rangers must be in the Conference League, right? There's no way that they made it to the final of the second tier of Europe. No shot. So that's Conference, right? Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. They're in the Conference final, right? It's Europe League. Okay. Nice save there by Rezears. He's still up against it here. Ashllxyy with a great chance to make this a 3-goal game, but a heavy touch will actually bring Rezears into the play, and he should have actually scored there. Brief open net. Ashllxyy now from distance. Again, his first touch has let him down. He has to settle for a 50-50, and not a good one that will allow him to follow up with a good play. Wait, they made it to level 2 final? You're joking. So what's the final of the Conference League? Are Roma? Aren't Roma in one of the finals? I thought Roma, when I saw the Roma were in a final, I was like, that's surely the second tier. But are Rangers in a better final than Roma? Or am I just getting this completely wrong? That's crazy. Roma Feyenoord is number 3. How have Glasgow Rangers, after they were in administration 5 years ago in Division 3 in Scotland, now they've gone back up to the top tier, and they're beating some top tier European teams. Europe's in shambles, man. Not just in Rocket League. Hey, good acceleration there from Ashllxyy. Rezears caught out, decides to just AFK on the boost after realizing his mistake. Oh yeah, messed up the wave dash. I knew something had to go wrong there for Rezears to be that far away from recovering. There's much better look for Ashllxyy. He's definitely in the game here. The Fennec, much more solid of a car. That's a phenomenal outplay by Rezears. He can walk this in. Decides to go for the first time shot. Should still have it. Ashllxyy way out of the play after committing for such a big challenge off the ceiling. And that was a bit of a risk for Rezears. You never know where that bounce is going to go. If you slam it into the crossbar, it could have if that didn't bounce off the other side of the bar, if it bounced off the straight flat part of the crossbar, not sure if he would have been able to get that on target before Ashllxyy's recovery came through. Bit of a heavy first touch again from Ashllxyy as he tries to sneak through a ceiling play. That's usually a ceiling play that will be a goal the majority of the time, but today Ashllxyy struggling to put it together at his absolute peak. Right, let's see if he can do it this time. Much better control on the reset and a much better execution on the flick as well. That is more like it from the English Wonder Kid. Foxpal, thanks to the 18-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Much appreciated here. Yeah, it's good to see Ashllxyy back on the stream. Such an entertaining player. But Rezears as well. You know, I think last time that Rezears played on my stream, he was playing USE server, if I'm not mistaken, and he did not have the best showing. So it's good to see him back at his best, because he is such a phenomenal player when he does play close to or at his highest level. He's equalized the game. Kickoffs again not going so well for Ashllxyy. Tried one delayed approach in the last game, but really I would like to see more mix-up from him. He's sticking to standard. There we go. So he's going to go for another real big mix-up, and that at least gets him into midfield play. If not, a goal from the pinch. He's done it. Oh my goodness. Ashllxyy nails the pinch from actually a Rezears touch. That was Rezears who set this one up, and that's not the conventional position to be scoring pinches from. Usually pinches will be scored from further back into the corner. Ashllxyy sneaks it into the bottom corner. Absolute beast. This a game that he absolutely has to win, I think. If Rezears wins game number 2, I can't see Ashllxyy winning 3 in a row. Rezears is too good today, but Rezears has equalized. Ahsllxyy loses control in the back corner. That was not the touch that he needed. He's trying to take the ball with him to the boost, but he lost control of it. Now Ahsllxyy, what's he got in the kickoff? It's actually Rezears who switches it up. That's a great play there by Rezears. Nets himself another possession advantage to the German as a monster flick comes through, and that has one-upped Ahsllxyy's pinch that happened moments ago. That's from inside his own half almost, bang on the halfway line, and it doesn't. It bounced before crossing the line. What a flick from Rezears! Oh my days! I'm telling you guys, when he pops off, he has got some ridiculous goals in his back pocket. The variety that we see from this guy is some of the best in the game. That's a deceptive recovery as well, and a confident shot to set up an open net. Rezears up by 2. Ahsllxyy needs to get a hold of the ball on this kickoff, or I do not see him coming back here. Can Ahsllxyy do just that? He switches to push to the inside. Rezears gives him the whole pitch to work with. No doubt Ahsllxyy takes to the sky. Again, the first touch is just not what he's looking for. Has to play for the boost steal. Rezears is all over him. No turn available for Ahsllxyy as he pinches it into his own back corner to start all over again with less than 30 seconds available to him. No flip there from Ahsllxyy. Thought he was going to try and make one happen. Rezears baits him in, flicks it over him, and then squashes it in off the post to take a 3-goal lead. A much better display here from Ahsllxyy. I think he was able to control Rezears a little bit more with the Fennec, but unfortunately his first touch has gone out the window. A lot of these aerial plays, a lot of these low air dribble plays as well from Ahsllxyy, not starting with the best first touch in this second game. That's something I expect to see him just decide to work on though. Going into the next game, I would be surprised to see a car change because it looked like a much more winnable matchup. Oh, nice finish there from Ahsllxyy as Rezears scores 10 goals for the second game in a row. The reverse sweep against a Rezears playing this well looks like a very, very difficult task. Ahsllxyy is going to change car, certainly decal, as he goes back to the menu here. But what is it going to be? I don't think the car was the problem there. I think it was just the execution. I think kickoffs were a little bit more stable. If he can just get a little bit more mix up on the kickoffs, I think he'd be fine here. But I think, yeah, okay, he's going to go back to the Octane. Didn't like how the first touch was working in the Fennec. Let's see if he can land those resets clean in game number 3. But it all starts from the center circle. And that is where Rezears, well, one of the aspects Rezears has been dominating today, and he continues to do so. Effortless reset. And, oh my goodness, what a save from Ahsllxyy. It looked like Rezears was going to take the opening goal. I was ready to call it. Ahsllxyy has shut down a top shelf reset shot. Now look at the technique there that Ahsllxyy just used to challenge in the back corner. That's something that you can all implement in your own games, not just in 1v1 but in 2v2 and 3v3 as well. And that is to jump off the wall and then dodge back onto it while trying to pass through the ball in the process. Rezears up by 1 already. Ahsllxyy underestimating the aerial speed and underestimating the ability for Rezears to pull an angle shot out there. Thought he only had to cover the near post. Rezears slots it in the back. Ahsllxyy wins the second kickoff. Trying to lift this ball over the top of Rezears. Just didn't get on top of the car before the flick came through though. Rezears, however, unable to close the distance. But look at that first touch from Ahsllxyy. He just did not get a good first touch once again. That's a position that he should be controlling the play from. If not scoring, then certainly Ahsllxyy should be the player controlling the boost and controlling the ball in the aftermath. Instead, Rezears just walks forward, takes it from him, and it was not because he made a genius play or anything. It's just because Ahsllxyy messed up another first touch. Foxpal, thanks for the 18-month prime. Welcome back to you. Hope you're having a good day today. No, actually, Naupo hasn't played on my channel, but I've got him on Steam. I definitely want to cast some Naupo games. Another player that I'm keen to cast is Nugget. He's been very consistently ranking up these days. So, you know, they're proving that they're not just players making a brief burst into top tier. They're seemingly here to stay. And seemingly Rezears will continue winning. Absolutely destroyed Ahsllxyy on the challenge there. Decides to play for the boost. The bounce wasn't too friendly for him, and once more Ahsllxyy loses control. He is not improving so far with the first touch. He is just losing possession a lot more easily than Rezears does. Ahsllxyy, first time shot. That will actually tie the game. Rezears underestimates the first touch here from Ashllxyy, underestimates the power that Ashllxyy could get. He thought the ball was in a more awkward position, but it drops down into a strikeable shot, and Ashllxyy will tie the game inside 2 minutes. Yeah, Nugget's a really entertaining player. I've watched some of his ranked games, and yeah, he's a monster. And yeah, Naupo, of course, not just in ones anymore, he's also just simply on the second best team in the Middle East for this split. Rezears with a cheeky, soft, ground pinch-esque shot. Waits for the bounce and chips it up corner. Phenomenal control, and he's threatening an earlier dodge that entire way through. Such a tough shot to read for Ashllxyy, who does not, and falls behind once again. Ashllxyy looks for the wave dash recovery here, and he gets it. This is much better from Ashllxyy. He is switching up the kickoff more often now, so if Rezears does beat him in one, Ashllxyy's making sure to get something different on the next one. So he went for a wave dash recovery there. Let's see what he goes for now. And he's going to switch again. Tries to push it to the outside. That's not working though. Really want to see Ashllxyy try and hook the ball into the middle more from his kickoffs and just simply fake the kickoff entirely at least once. But Rezears goes right through him like he's not even there for his third goal of the game. And even if Rezears doesn't score here, he's got so much boost to play with. He's got, I think, more momentum in the 50 as well, so likely to recover fast. Ashllxyy's defense not holding up as again Rezears pushes the ball right through him on this kickoff, and he reads the crossbar bounce to go up by 2 goals. Motionless Ashllxyy in the replay, or in the aftermath I should say. Ashllxyy's got to flip right here. He can't flip to the left. He's been doing that way too many times. That is what he's going to do, and instantly gets a better result from it. But it's a bit of a cheeky position though, because yeah, Rezears thought about shooting. He did actually shoot. Ashllxyy knew that that was a possibility, but it was just too difficult of an angle for Rezears to get something to work out from. Now the air dribble bump does not connect, was saved by Rezears. Ashllxyy's going to have control, and he wants that mid boost on spawn. Perfect timing. Ashllxyy, direct route to the top corner now with the reset as well, but he hits the crossbar and Rezears hits him. That's going to be a 3-goal game. Ashllxyy being pushed to the absolute limit here. Rezears just too good on the day. Right, will Ashllxyy go left on the kickoff? He just won the kickoff by flipping to the inside. Nope, this time he goes to the other side. Ashllxyy 3 kickoffs in a row now, changing up what he's doing. This is something you have to do in 1v1 these days. You guys hear me talk about it all the time. You can't do the same kickoff twice in a row unless the fact you're doing it is the mind game. That if the mind game is that you're doing the same kickoff twice in a row, then sure, go for it. And funnily enough, that's what Ashllxyy did there. Pushes to the outside, and he's won 3 kickoffs in a row now. Can he keep it up? Fake jump from Rezears. Still perfect control from Ashllxyy. Rezears watches, waits the entire way, and intersects him right on the goal line. Ashllxyy, 12 boost. No goal yet. He decides to actually turn in the back of the net instead of using the underside of the crossbar. Rezears got another dodge here. Look at him go. Oh my goodness. Ashllxyy's read this. Can he recover to get back into position? Rezears is trying to bump him out of the way here, and he will. Rezears up by 3. That was otherworldly there from Rezears. That double reset was beautiful, but he didn't score with it. He had to do some more work afterwards as well, and he did it with the bumps. Rezears fakes the kickoff, something that I don't think Ashllxyy's done enough. Rezears has done this a few times, and when you're just trying to get into midfield play, when you're struggling at the center circle, you've got to go for at least 1 fake. I think maybe even 1 a game. Whether it's a convincing fake, like so which we just saw from Rezears, or whether it's just a complete half flip onto the corner boost, you've got to do something different. Ashllxyy trying to sneak the ball past Rezears, not fast enough. Ceiling reset coming through. Rezears is able to beat Ashllxyy to the bounce. Ashllxyy knows that time is of the essence. Rezears waiting in the back corner for the boost to respawn. Ashllxyy uses that time to open up an angle. The big flick will work. Ashllxyy decides to not play the bounce, to not play the air dribble. Instead, dribbles into space and then makes a beeline for the net before Rezears can switch sides. So difficult to shadow in that position. Now straight kickoff. Tough for either player to get a big win here. You're always most likely to enter midfield play, but Ashllxyy's blundered. He leaves the ball for Rezears, and that might be it, ladies and gentlemen. Ashllxyy had to play the ball here, but it looks like, oh, it's actually a big bump from Rezears. My mistake. Great play. Ashllxyy put himself in the line of fire, and he did not respect Rezears' physical play. Well, maybe not over if he can get a goal on this play. Double reset from Ashllxyy, but Rezears is easily able to get in the way of it, and he knows that an aerial play will be sufficient. No need to dribble the ball to the back corner. Dribbling it to the ceiling will have the same effect. Rezears with a sweep. Stunning performance from him. Definitely a massive return to form after his recent venture onto US servers did not work out well. Ashllxyy tried everything today. Tried switching cars to get a more favorable kickoff. Really stepped up the kickoffs in that last game. I have to give him credit. Ashllxyy down by 2 games, losing a ton of kickoffs in the matchup. Actually managed at the end of this game to have a higher success rate by introducing a couple more kickoff strats and definitely more variety in back-to-back kickoffs. But you've got to do that from the very get-go. If Rezears is playing this well, you can't start off with a 10-2 game and then have to switch car to try and correct the problems. Apart from that, though, Ashllxyy, I don't think his first touch was on form today. Rezears definitely had him beat in that department. He's just so efficient, and he creates so many chances that if you're not scoring the vast majority of yours, he's probably just going to beat you.
Dispelling Johnny Boy here, and summoning me, Brian. Hi. Before we leave, let me recommend these videos to you. There's more Ashllxyy and Rezears to be seen. Quality content. Like at least a 2.5 star. See you in the next one. Maybe.